That's true.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, ready breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
I'll never back down. Thought I was 6 feet under.
Having fun over there?
I am. I've started something on Twitter and I'm pissing people off, and I'm currently like trying to hurry up. I'm like, I can't type fast enough.
Yeah, you don't have the typing fingers of a millennial.
Well, no, and like I usually do the whole swipe thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm good with the swipe, but
But you can't swipe with words that that aren't actually words.
well, no, you can. The problem is when it comes to the swipe on Twitter, if you don't get it right, you can't go back and edit it. And I'm sorry, but you can't sit and argue with someone, talk junk about someone, or anything of that nature, have any form of an actual coherent rebuttal if you don't spell the words properly.
That's true.
So it's that I have to slow down. I have to go, but wait, let me make sure I'm typing this properly, and then read it through so I make sure.
Right, yeah.
Because if you don't,
you're going to have problems.
then it doesn't matter what you're saying.
Because you look like a moron.
You look like a moron. Exactly. So there you
Well,
go.
while you finish that up, let's go to the breaking news. We have
Breaking news.
Breaking
Beep,
news.
beep, 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 beep,
Breaking.
beep, beep, beep.
Democratic President Joe Biden has reversed course on halting the construction of the former President Donald Trump's border wall. Which, by the way, why is it Donald Trump's border wall? How is it?
Because
Donald...
he started it, I guess?
Okay. I'm going to restart this.
Okay.
And word it like it should be worded.
Thank you.
From the top.
For those of you listening in the back, pay attention.
Democratic President Joe Biden has reversed course and halted construction of the southern border wall. That's it. Just southern border wall. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Of the southern border wall. That's all.
That's sad,
and will
though.
now resume construction of the lengthy selection of wall in Texas as the Biden administration continues to grapple with worsening border crises.
So the actual question in this whole thing is, why did he stop it in the first place? I mean, we know the real reason why. Is
Politics.
Trump did it, so I'm going to stop it.
Exactly.
Okay, fine. But
sure. Now you're going to restart it.
you restart.
You're going to call it your own.
What was but I mean, is that it? What's the point?
Anyway. Fox News has confirmed via the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers that the construction of the 13.4 mile stretch of border wall in the Rio Grande Valley will resume after pressure from local residents and politicians. The Biden administration previously halted all wall construction in January. You know, it's funny. I think if we just pressured him enough. If we pressured the Joe Bidens enough, or the administration enough, this is what it sounds like to me. If we pressured them enough, he might open up the pipeline again. And not ours, that is opened again, but the Keystone.
I don't know. Maybe.
That's what this is sounding like. If we if we put enough political pressure behind it, he'll do whatever anybody says.
I think so. I mean, there's obviously some merit to that. I wonder if we couldn't use the whole situation now with the Colonial Pipeline having issues that we can point and go, do you see what happens?
Yeah.
You really care.
You see? Yeah. Which, by the way, Colonial Pipeline back up and running, no problems now. Apparently they were being held for ransom by the hacking group, and somebody helped them fix it. Okay. Once again. 5.5 days. 5.5 days.
Okay.
That's all it took. It actually took 4.5 days. It took 4.5 days for the news to report it, and on that half day, that's when all hell broke loose.
It's so dumb. And what's funny is I'd read today, or the girlfriend read it to me today, that how our beloved Cooper, Governor Roy Cooper, had actually made the comment of like, hey, the the only reason why we're really having a shortage is because people are mass buying. And I went, yes, it's because you turned around and declared a state of emergency before anybody else did.
Dummy.
And then turned around and went, oh, now, don't anybody panic. Well, when you say state of emergency, people are going to panic, you
That's
moron.
what they do. That's people. People are panicky, especially now.
Every reason to be. It's so stupid. And
Anyway.
I hate people that don't.
I know. It's just
I hate people that don't use logic.
that's true. Yeah, Department of Homeland
There's
Security.
so much of that going around.
Oh yeah. So you hate a lot of people right now.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying.
including the moron I'm
Yeah,
arguing
I
with
see
right
that. DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas said during the conversation with ICE employees last month that the administration was considering finishing gaps in the wall. U.S. Customs and Border Protection data published Tuesday showed that immigration arrests and detentions in the U.S.-Mexico border shot up in April to 178,622. A 3% increase from March, and the highest in history. The highest number of people in history.
But it's not an issue. Don't worry about this.
It's not a problem.
It's just a thing. It's not important.
Not a problem at all.
Nothing to see here.
No big deal.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Quote, from day one, the Biden administration has pursued policies that have fueled the crisis, despite receiving dozens of briefings during the transition from myself and from professionals at the Department of Homeland Security warning them of the consequences of doing such actions. That was former acting DHS Secretary Chad Wolf, who continued on saying that the administration has reversed sound immigration policies like the migrant protection protocols and the asylum cooperation agreements with Northern Triangle countries. You know, that whole area where if you caught them, if they were caught crossing a border, you would send them back to the last country they were in, and they would have to hold asylum in that country.
I like that idea.
That was the deal. If you get caught, you're going there.
I've always liked the ones that
You're going to be in an asylum in Mexico.
I can't remember
how you like that too.
I can't remember who the comedian was, but I always like the comedian who made the comment about how when they're caught, they get sent to just random places around the world.
Yeah, just
doesn't matter who you are. Oh, you're a Mexican. You came from Mexico.
Switzerland for you.
Hope you like snow and chocolate.
You're gonna love it here.
Oh, you're from Honduras. Wow,
not a
Beijing.
Hot yeah,
Bing, right in the middle of town.
there you go. It's just gonna drop you. It's gonna be airdrop.
That would push his ass out of a plane. Here's
Pull the chute. Just pull the chute.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Well, I think it would be funny, but it's just don't. Again, this whole thing has been a political show. Mm-hmm. Because if it was such an important thing for you to turn around and get started again,
Yes.
you shouldn't have shut it down in the first place.
That's right.
Because arguably, a lot of it would have been done by now. I don't know how much, because God knows, like, we're not like we were back in the 20s when we could build the Empire State Building in a year. You know, it takes six years to build, a 2-story house.
Which is weird.
You're laughing. It's true. Like
it is true.
All the hoops you have to jump through. You have to find all these things. The people, the make sure it's safe. And the double-breasted spotted titmouse has to have a home and all this crapola and all these stupid things.
All the red tape that anybody has to jump through to do anything nowadays.
But I mean, even with all of that, you would think that they still might have a little bit more of that wall done, and they wouldn't have to sit here and. I mean, it'd probably still have a bunch of people beating on the door, but at least it would not be as many getting through.
At least there would be a door.
Right?
At this point.
But that makes too much sense.
Yeah, that's right.
That just makes way too much sense.
It's kind of like Southern Ohio Jackal over there asking, maybe he's starting the wall again because Hunter is back on the drugs and he's trying to sober him up.
What is him building a wall or having the wall started back up again have to do anything with Hunter? You're assuming that Hunter's out there with a shovel making this happen. He's not.
Yeah, or at the border at all.
Yeah, he's not. He's not anywhere near there. He has no intentions of being there. The man has not done manual labor, a real job in his entire life.
That's right. B from the SAV asking a question here. He says, when you say hacking group responsible for the oil pipeline disruption, do you mean the same group formerly known as Russia? Asking for a friend in the witness protection program.
See, no, you know what I would love to do is actually call them that. The country formerly known as Russia.
No.
The group. Formerly known as Russia.
This is the hacking group formerly known as Russia.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, but can we question this? Can we make? Okay, so Prince.
Yeah, Prince
had a symbol.
Yes.
For the longest time, he was just whatever that symbol was.
Yeah. And how did you actually put that on your signature?
I don't know. But I wonder though.
But he legally made his name a symbol.
I know. I wonder if we can do that with Russia. Because he's the group formerly known as Russia.
Yeah.
So could
back
we
in the USSR?
You don't know where you are. Back in the USSR. Oh, you young kids don't know what the hell we're talking about.
That's okay.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's the funniest thing because there was a huge number, and when I say 178,622 migrants, that may sound like a lot.
No, that is a lot.
It may sound like a lot.
No, that's a lot.
I mean,
that's a lot.
it's a lot, right?
That's a
It's
lot.
only 3% more than March.
Just March.
Just March.
Just March.
March.
Oh, good. No, I was hoping you were saying the whole 2021.
No, 3% more than March, but it is 10 times greater than April of 2020.
Wow.
Just 10 times the number in April of 2020. They were complaining about 17,000 in 2020, April, right around this time. 178,000.
Wow. That's incredible.
It is literally more than the past 20 years. Past 20 years.
Think about this for a second. There are 178,622 people who broke the law to come here. But don't you dare get caught walking into a store without a mask on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's the incredible part about this.
That's the best part, isn't it?
Isn't
it the best? Simply the best.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Places going to hell in a handbasket.
So border apprehension during President Joe Biden's first 3 full months in office, February, March, and April, exceed the total of apprehensions in the entire fiscal year 2020.
God. That's
3 months. The entire year of 2020, 3 months of Joe Biden.
You know what? That technically makes Joe Biden actually number one.
He is number one.
Congratulations.
And people
doesn't matter. Still number one.
Still number one, and people abusing our laws and allowing it.
It's number one.
Yep.
That's all that matters.
Simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Better than.
So the good thing is, here's the good news. You want the good news?
Sure.
Good news is encounters of unaccompanied minors have dropped by 12% from March.
Okay.
They went from 15,000 to 13,000.
Oh, well. Just, I mean, when you put it like that.
Still, we had more unaccompanied minors in this past month than we had. We had almost the same amount that we had in the entire.
That's fantastic. No, but you know what? It's still a reduction.
It's still less.
It's still a reduction.
Still less.
And that's all that matters.
Border Patrol celebrated the fact that most accompanied minors who cross the border are no longer in their custody, saying that 455 minors remain in the agent's care as of Tuesday. What do they do with them?
I don't know. I'm afraid to ask.
That's a lot. That they went from 15,000 to 13,000, and now they're at 455 that are still in custody. What does that even mean?
I don't know.
That can't be true.
I don't know.
However, the statistics may be misleading. While the number of children in CBP custody is down significantly, many of those children remain in government care, just under a different department, the Department of Health and Human Services.
Because nobody actually has any actual accurate numbering, because it's not a Republican in office. So why would we be transparent?
Don't care, right?
Yeah, why would we care? Why would we put the effort into being transparent and honest? Why?
Why?
I don't know. It's sad, really, that we're here.
It's true.
It is too. It is.
It's very true. In fact, of the Representative Henry Cuellar, it's from Texas, so I don't know. It could be Spanish. Is accusing the President Joe Biden and his administration of playing a shell game with unaccompanied migrant children to mislead the public.
Yeah. Keep going. I can't.
It's fine. It's fine. What they're doing now is they're moving kids from Border Patrol tents over to next door, the HHS facility. With all due respect, it's all just been a giant shell game. He went on and said that he has been one of Biden's most vocal critics during the border crisis. He represents a congressional district of the U.S.-Mexico border, so he understands the realities of the border crisis. And he said that the Biden administration's immigration policies and his promises to reverse former President Donald Trump's deterrent policies have contributed to the border crisis, if nothing else.
We got 3 more years of this.
3.5, man. 3.5.
Oh, I was trying to not count the half, but thanks.
You're welcome.
3.5 years of this. This is only that's the part that kills me the most on this.
Right.
We read this stuff, we go through this stuff, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, wait a second. We just started. This is the beginning. The beginning.
We've only just begun.
Oblivion flickering. Yes, exactly. This is a perfect point. Over there on the Twitter. Hashtag arm yourselves. Did you ever think you would miss 2020? And you're absolutely right. It's the division, the stupidity, the politics is so painful. It's so painful. You can't talk to anybody about anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, nobody on the left is going to give a flying fig of the fact that, Biden canceled and shut down the wall day one.
And now he's putting it it
back into place. They're not going to
day 125.
Yeah, whatever. They don't care about that. And all because it's a political game. They have this stupidity. Not that, hey, this is an actual,
problem.
Matter of national security.
No.
It's not any of that.
No.
It's because this other guy did it, and this other guy is the bad guy. We throw names around. We call people traitors. You guys don't have, most people, honestly, haven't the clue what a traitor is. But just like everything else in this world, everybody tends to just throw words around because, that's what it stings for that moment until it actually sucks the power out of what is actually being done.
It's like calling somebody a racist.
Racist, a rapist, all these things. Traitor, you're starting to actually take the power away from it to the point that when it does happen,
it's now useless. Nobody's
going to care anymore.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, he's a traitor. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. This is the hardest part. This is the hardest part. It's not the stupidity that's going on in government, because not for nothing, ladies and gentlemen, we put them there. Okay? It's our fault. We did this. Yes. It's our fault.
We did it.
Okay?
Not us.
It's our fault.
Not us.
And the problem is in order to fix it, we, the people, have to work together. We, the people, have to get this stuff together. Is it always going to be perfect? No. Are we going to agree 100% of the time? No. But by God, we need to at least try. We can't even have an effing conversation anymore.
Yeah.
And that's the part that frustrates me about this. It's not the stupidity that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
We knew this was coming.
Yep.
We saw it. The day that he was announced, we already knew.
We kind of told you guys.
We knew the shitstorm that was coming. We knew the stupidity. We knew the back-asswards things.
We knew the fact that he actually isn't going to lead at all.
Yes, we knew all of this.
Yes.
Okay.
And we said it before he was elected.
The fact of the matter is everybody is so busy looking at other people or looking at the party that you're attached to or whatever to actually look at the problem and try and fix it.
Let's just fix the problems. That'd be a great idea.
That would be great.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Woke Waker over on the D Live They're now known as the Leningrad Cowboys. Almost made him spit his drink out.
That's fantastic. See, now all I hear is that
Rhinestone Cowboys.
Rhinestone Cowboy.
That's right.
A Leningrad Cowboy. Dun dun. Riding now in a snow-covered trail.
He also adding things like real quick, or adding things like put alligators in the Rio Grande.
Oh, he clearly hasn't. You must be new. You haven't
must
heard
be
my
new.
my plan for the border.
It's great. We'll get to that in a second. As he also saying we're only 1/12 of the way through the Biden.
Never mind. I don't want to tell you my plan. Get the hell off my state. Go away. I hate you right now. Damn it! It was hard enough when Steven said 3.5, and now you said 1/12.
No.
Oh no!
We're 2/16. We're not 1/12.
Shut up!
It's 2/16.
Shut up! Shut up! You're not helping. You're not helping. I swear. I feel like I would rather be having bamboo shoved underneath my fingernails at this point.
I'm just going by quarters, so I could make it even worse. Break it up into months.
Leave it there, because I'm sure that there's another measurement of time or something that weight or links or whatever that could be used that will just turn around and go, oh, well, if we went by centimeters, or something stupid like that. I don't want the, I can't.
No, you can't do it right now. No.
Do that. There's a Southern Jackal over on Twitter. What I think of when I hear the words racist, homophobic, and etc. is that passes scene from
dead old king
Lord of the Rings 2 to 2 Towers, or he said, "You have no power here."
It makes a lot of sense, though. That's exactly what it is. Also, Iron Dome slug. Too bad we don't have penal colonies. Wait a tick. What if I send people to the moon to colonize it?
Oh, I have all kinds of ideas. Like, there's a whole bunch of ways if we...
Well, Stinky Biscuit wanted to make sure that we all knew. You should watch that, because you know what happened when the Federation did that.
Gone! Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oblivion flickering over on Twitter. Yeah, we conspired with those voting machines. It's
darn right.
We did. We got in league with it. We said, you know what? We shouldn't be voting anyway. It should be up to the
up to the machines.
The machine should be doing it.
Our machine overlords should just do it.
What was the thing from Terminator? Not Stargate. What was it called?
Sky something.
Skynet.
Skynet, yeah.
Skynet. We want Skynet, and we want it now.
Skynet for all good mankind. Yeah.
The nights you say knee on Twitter, transparency and honesty, those aren't real words anymore.
Wait, what?
I know. Given the trend, appreciate the misery. That is 2020 now. That's from B from the SAV on Twitter as well. It can and likely will get worse. Well, thank you for that uplifting.
It's uplifting and encouraging.
So glad y'all decided to tune in tonight for this uplifting and exciting show. Nothing but rainbows and sunshine here.
Actually, it's kind of cold outside.
It really is. I'm waiting for someone like that. Again, today is the reason why they went and changed it from the global warming and global cooling to just climate change.
Well, see, that's the thing. So,
because it's colder than all get out there right now.
You were saying that it was cold, and my guess was about, the fact that Joe Biden said that Israel could protect itself with rockets and missiles.
Hell froze over.
And also that he started the border wall.
See, that's two things that he somewhat agrees with Trump on. That he turned around and blatantly ended when he came into office.
Right, that he stopped full bar. Full
so
stop.
Why are we going back? I wonder if there's anything else that we can kind of get back to. That we can look forward to that might be changed back in that right direction. You know what I mean? It's anything. I don't know. Maybe Keystone Pipeline. Maybe.
I'm thinking we can. I think we can. I think we can do the Keystone Pipeline thing. I think if we just
a good one.
If we apply enough pressure, I think the Keystone Pipeline and lifting the moratorium on refineries in America would be a huge deal.
No, that would be that's something. But I wonder if there's anything else that can, maybe.
It's funny. I say that, but I'm thinking back and I'm like, isn't that the same crap from 1996 that we've been?
Yeah, sounds a little bit familiar, doesn't it?
Oh, by the way, the Knights Who Say Knee, only 96 fortnights until the next inauguration.
Oh, good. Oh, good. 96. 96.
Good start to the show. I think so anyway.
So I got to burn through 9 credits for Audible.
Dude, there's a lot of things you could burn through 9 credits with really
There's
quick.
nothing that interests me. I'm not finding anything so far.
What are you talking about?
Like, I've decided that I could go. Like, I could make it easy. I could get the literal Harry Potter series and just be done with it.
That's basically what I'm doing right now.
I could do that.
That's what I'm doing.
And
by the way, just for anybody out there, I'm on book 6. I
don't get me wrong.
5. My wife knows because she sees it all the time.
Don't get me wrong. I would like to have that. I would like to read it. I would like to just to say I did it.
I'm on book 5, but here's the thing, right? So I'm on book 5.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really noticed anything much different
from the movie.
Yeah.
Huh.
Surprisingly, like there's little details and things like that, but nothing that's significant. Nothing hugely significant between like I'm reading the book or I'm listening to the book go through the whole deal and everything else. And unless I fell asleep somewhere and I just missed a major section that
it's
pretty much the same.
Good.
They did a good job.
Well, then in that case, it's I don't know. I probably won't go that route. But you get my point. Like that's where I'm at.
And maybe it's just a later thing. Maybe it's like the later movies.
Maybe. But I need to. I could do that. But then I'm doing it because I want to cancel them. Like I really don't. I got 9 saved up. I've not bought anything. I haven't done anything with it. I know. I know. But I want to get through them. But
you want to send them to me? Can you share them? Can you share credits?
Oh, I wish you could.
Because if you can send credits, I mean...
Well, I got that.
You want to donate some credits? Because I have books.
There's books I want to do, too. I just can't think of what they are. Like, I want something that I can learn something from.
Ah.
This is Defenders Live.
Okie dokie. Yeah, no, I need to get through those things quick. I need to get them going. Because I'm going to cancel them, and I want something I can learn from, something I can be a little bit smarter from on the back end. But I don't want it to be...
# arm yourselves. Send in audio book recommendations for Dylan.
Yeah, not just like story. I mean, I'll take a good fiction. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time,
he wants something he can learn from.
Yeah, I want something I can kind of
It's like if you have something like Politics for Dummies.
Well, no, not that.
That'd be good.
That probably would be good, but no, like I've done Jordan Peterson. Like I've done the.
Which he reads 12, his own, which that's nice.
Yeah, I know. And that's the other thing I like about it is when they write or read their own stuff.
Yeah, because they know the inflections they're trying to put on it.
Thomas Sowell is good, but he's
too dry.
Oh God,
very very dry
and repetitive.
Yep, and very dry
and it's
very repetitive.
Like my lips get chapped just listening to him. It's wow. I get chapped listening to him. It's not. He's great stuff and it's real and it makes sense. But after a while, I'm like, dude, can we move on? And then he gets that one section at the each chapter of the book that I'm telling you about that I'm going through. He does it summary and conclusion. I'm like, I figured it out a long time ago. You don't need a summary and a conclusion. After every one, I'm like, damn it. So no, but like he
writes it like an essay.
He does. Every single one is and it might have been how it started. Who knows?
I think so.
But no, I want something that I can learn. And I'm at this point, like I'm thinking about going into, because I could at least be honest, I could easily just burn through all 9 of them on like Brad Thor and be done.
And by the way, I kind of did that already.
Yeah,
really good.
Oh no, I know it's good.
Amazing stuff.
My thing is I don't want just a story. Because there's certain books, there's only a few books that I've ever either personally read or I've listened to that I like, that I will listen to the story over and over and over again.
Right, yeah.
Okay? Not a whole lot of them. I need something that I can be educated on, something I can use for references, something
Tech Crew audiobooks? You can't listen to Beastars. No, you can't. You have to watch that. But it's kind of like an anime, so it's fine.
Yeah, I know.
It's kind of like an anime.
But like I said, at this point, like I'm gonna start reaching out. I'm gonna start. I might get
Anthropomorphic animes. Good job.
I'm thinking I might get I don't know, Michio Kaku on like string theory or something like that, and just
The Art of War.
I've read that already.
Sun Tzu. No, yeah, but you haven't heard somebody else read it to you.
See, the problem with that is if I've already, especially if I already know the book or I've already seen the movie, like I need to have the right voice doing it.
It has
like
to
the
be
one
perfect,
thing that breaks my heart about canceling Audible is I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet. Is Tim Curry reading doing Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Then get it.
Well, I might, but it's free if you don't cancel. Because it's part of the online, you can listen, whatever, the streaming thing.
Then just stream and listen to it, and then cancel
I'm in the middle of another book. I'm not just going to stop and move on. I'm not. I can't do that.
All right.
I don't care how boring and dry it is. I can't.
You got to finish it. You got to work your way through
it. I can't. I don't know. And I'm working through it. I want something. I need something good.
Huh.
I need something.
Iron Dome Slug is working through history of the of India right now. History of India.
I mean, that could be interesting.
Oh, yeah, right.
I want okay to maybe
who's reading it though?
She is.
No. Who's voicing it? Because if it's not a guy with an Indian accent, I don't want this.
If it's not someone who you think Gandhi is, sound like I
don't want
it. No, to help with that little thing. So I am a huge fan of like the World War II era across the board. However, I don't want like just stories. Like I want I want facts. I want history. I want stuff I don't know about. I want angles. That's why I went through. I did Bonhoeffer, and then as soon as Bonhoeffer was over, I did Corrie ten Boom. Like it was back to back.
And that makes sense.
I was going to do Anne Frank, and then I realized that it's just some little kid in a diary, and I'm like,
it's really not that great either.
I don't care what a little kid, because that's all it is.
I mean, I understand why we kept it and why kids are supposed to read it and everything like that.
No, and it's good, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to read a kid's diary. I don't care. I want give me meat, give me, facts, give me
a little
stuff.
extra in there.
Yeah, and that's the problem I'm having run into, and I will admit I'm a stickler for the voice. You know what I mean? Whoever's reading it.
I wish that would actually happen.
What?
Southern Ohio Jackal, The Art of War, read by William Shatner.
I could do that.
Oh, yeah.
I've thought about doing dumb stuff like that.
Oh.
I've done.
Let's do this. Let's get it done. Anyway.
So parents, speaking of being infuriated and everything else, parents are infuriated after learning a first-year high school English class in Northern Virginia. That'd be Virginia.
Yeah.
Ask students to read a book that discussed young adults performing oral on each other.
That's why it's close enough.
Get it? Virginia. Oral. See what I did there?
I see.
Loudoun.
Two holes.
I don't know which one. Loudoun County Public School District in Virginia, one of the most affluent school districts in the nation, BT Dubs, approved the book, quote, Monday's Not Coming. By Tiffany Jackson.
So his name's Monday, huh?
So I was gonna say. So let me get this clear.
Who named their kid Monday?
It's a story of young adults doing oral, and the title is Monday's Not Coming. Well, maybe they're not doing it right. Is that what this book is for? Is to teach them how to do it right, so we can later come up with a sequel to Monday Finally Came?
Tuesday followed through.
Tuesday came in the back end. The book explores issues such as race, mental illness, sexuality, and media bias. It was taught to honor English students at Stonebridge High School.
Honors English students?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the top of the top.
The top of the top was getting down low.
Well, if you're going to do it, you learn to do it right. Parents were upset because of this, quote, graphical sexual language and borderline pornographic content that is presented in a classroom setting.
Yeah.
The concerned parent organization, Parents Against Critical Theory, sent in an email to the administration asking why educators were advocating for, quote, promiscuous actions, end quote. The email listed a slew of inappropriate phrases from the book, including some 30-plus phrases, including the word boop. And they have it ostracized, so it's the F word. It's
yeah. Uh-huh. Phrases like?
Phrases such as. I feel like you remember. Okay, hold on. Stop. Pause.
We need to
Put
go
a
back.
pin for a second.
Yeah, hold on right there.
Do you remember like the late night
Infomercial
for the advertising of like the CDs?
Yeah.
On 2 CDs or 4 cassettes.
With songs like?
Yeah, that's it. With such phrases as, whatever, April, you don't even go to this school. You're just here to get some D.
She sucked my D.
Is she effing all of them?
Daryl, didn't you F my sister?
Effing P.
Man, F you then, dumb B.
That B is out like a effing turkey. Which I don't know what that means.
I have no idea.
A turkey? Really? Like a fat kid in dodgeball is funny. I can see how they wouldn't do that because that's fat shaming, but come on. Really?
So Monday's the girl in this situation, which makes a lot of sense now.
That just does clear up things a lot more, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my! The presentation highlighted explicit excerpts, including excerpts alluding to potential sexual assault and oral sex. Quote: "Me and Monday, we did do something. We took a deep breath. She sucked my. I didn't really want it to happen.
The Jimmy Johns.
It just kind of did."
Mm-hmm.
The presentation read. Continuing on, her top lip curled up. Wait a minute. Is that what was really going on? She did your homework and you ate her doo-doo. Is that why you're crying? Because Monday's not around to do your homework no more? End quote. So we were close. Monday is the name of a person.
Yep.
But
it's
now
the
we
girl.
understand why it's not coming.
Yeah,
It's
that's
because
right. Now we know why Monday's
she's
not
apparently doing it all to the other guys.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Parents say that they're uncomfortable with the topics being openly discussed with students in classrooms. Mother Carly Copeland had to
Copeland, like really, like Kenneth?
like Kenneth, yeah.
Oh, but it's Carly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. With a K, yeah, actually.
Exactly.
Feels the district is trying to subvert the role of parents by teaching it, quote, sexually explicit reading, end quote. Really?
Sounds like she's hooked on a feeling.
So is Monday. So this is the part where they've, tried to subvert the role of the parent, not anything else.
Oh, yeah.
Not
just this.
the racial theories and all of that other jazz. No. None of that. Not critical race theory, not, white privilege, not any of this other stupidness that goes on. No. Reading what equates to a dirty book.
Yep. Nope. That's because it's new.
Quote, what I don't agree with is distribution of child pornography or sexually explicit reading materials in the classroom.
Duh.
My role as a mother is to ensure my children's innocence is protected as long as reasonably possible. I take great offense to the school system trying to subvert my role. That was Miss Copeland.
Well, just as that one famous politician says, know your role and shut your mouth. Oh, it's so good. Oh,
Another mother, Alicia Brand, has said that other parents chastise parents such as herself and Copeland who take problem with the required reading. Proponents of the reading, said Brand, according to Brand, make statements like, who cares? They know this stuff already anyway. They have access to the internet. Or, my favorite, They have seen it and hear it all. So what?
Okay, so you've been showing your kids porn or they've seen you do it.
So your child is drunk. You see them walking to the car. They already know not to drink and drive. They already know the damage that could happen, the deaths that they may or cause, the injuries that could happen.
Right.
So why? Who cares at that point? They've made their decision.
They know what they're doing.
Just let them go. They already know.
Let them do it.
Oh my God. Oh, dear Jesus and God, please help us.
Southern Ohio Jackal on the Twitters. Wednesdays at the Lion's Den. Thursdays at the pregnancy test aisle in Walgreens. Are these the sequels?
Friday's only in town for 2 weeks.
Friday comes next month.
Saturday only comes around once a year.
But Sunday is always here.
Oh no, oblivion flickering on Twitter. Okay, students, for this sexual education test, you'll be graded on spurting scale.
Ew.
Here's the ponchos for those of you in the front row.
Ew. It's called arching your back. You know, just gotta angle it right.
It's all about trajectory.
Yeah,
it's key. It's science at that point.
Right,
it's science and math. It's
trajectory and pressure,
which you would learn if you were doing that instead of reading, a
but
dirty
they're
book.
in English class. They're not gonna read that anyway.
I don't know.
Oh. Sorry.
No, you're good. This stuff it blows my mind at this point.
Mm-hmm. Well, that blows your mind.
No. If we're gonna do that, Hold on. Skip that one. Go to that one.
Go to this one.
Yeah, high school.
Stay in high school.
Let's stay in high
Let's
school.
stay with high school. Yeah.
High school and sex apparently is the theme of this segment.
Because why not?
A former teacher's aide at Texarkana, Texas High School testified that she wasn't aware that sex with students is forbidden for all staff.
How are they gonna know?
As opposed to just teachers.
Who's gonna know?
And in the end, 24-year-old Ashlyn Faybell was sentenced Monday to 4 years of prison for pleading guilty to sexual misconduct with 3 underage males.
Apparently somebody knew.
She didn't, but everybody else apparently did.
I want to point something out.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't look that great.
Do they ever?
Sometimes.
I mean,
sometimes there's a hot for teacher thing.
To be fair. To be fair, you can't exactly gauge on the hot scale when it's the mugshot. You can't.
Sometimes.
Not really.
Yeah.
Because that is obviously clearly not the best that they could be.
Okay, first off,
because that is straight up not Gillette.
You're saying it's definitely not Gillette, but if you're saying war paint,
I'm just saying period. Having a chance to have your hair done, put on your favorite outfit that you think you look good in, makeup if that's what you do, whatever, any accessories like that, that's all taken away when you're getting a mugshot. So it's a little bit unfair. Now we could argue on the level of like natural beauty.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, from there, yeah, no, yeah, it's
not so much.
Somebody Brad might like, but that'd be about it.
Yeah, probably.
I know I would.
He'd be like, oh yeah, she's got a girl next door look to her, doesn't he?
I bet you. You know what? Copy that and send it to him and see what he says.
Hey, Brad.
Testimony at the trial for Bell indicated she made contact with boys. I bet she did.
Oh, yeah.
She met while working as an aide at the Texas High School.
Oh, that's great.
That is according to the Texarkana Gazette. After which she picked them up from truck stops and their homes in the middle of the night, often with her 3-year-old daughter in the back seat. The paper reported that Bell took the boys to her home in New Boston, where she then proceeded to do the do. But Bell testified that she didn't realize Texarkana Independent School District policy prohibited all staff members from having sex with students as opposed to teachers only.
You're a teacher's aide.
Yeah, you're assisting the teacher. You first off, it's that level of authority.
Yeah, you have a higher level of authority over the kids.
Second off, it's illegal because it's underage.
I mean, they might have been 18.
That's statutory.
They might have been 18.
Maybe not, but still.
Here you go, actually. Here you go.
Okay. Bell, who also claimed she believed the boys were 18, the Gazette noted, adding that the victims testified that she told them she could get in trouble over the illicit relationships. So they told her, hey, you realize you're going to get in trouble for this. And they're like, screw it, we'll do it anyway.
And they're like, oh, I get to have sex with an adult. And she's like,
And you get to take the fall. Okay.
Great.
Sounds good.
Uh-huh.
Bell pleaded guilty last month to 2 counts of inappropriate relationships between educator and student involving 2 17-year-old boys, 2 counts of sexual assault on a child involving a 16-year-old boy. She was sentenced to 4 years in prison on 1 count of sexual assault of a child and received probation for the other 3. The judge had ordered Bell to be supervised as a sex offender. On a sex offender caseload, said load. Once she was released from prison, adding that she will be required to register as a sex offender. Yeah. And they said
now she doesn't have a kid.
And she won't be able to be paroled for at least 2 years.
And now she doesn't have a kid.
And she doesn't have a kid. And she will never be able to work in school again.
Ever. She can't even be a janitor.
Oblivion flickering on Twitter. Now, wait, let me get this straight. Are you saying that screwing the student is not one of my fringe benefits? No.
Correct.
That's absolutely
that's right. Yeah. That's
can't
correct.
do that.
You got that.
Sadly,
well
it's
done.
Not.
That is correct.
Hopefully we prevented something from happening. And if we are too late to that punch, you have time to stop now.
Yes. I mean, you can stop right now.
Yeah. What better time than now?
Right. Best time is now.
Yeah. Toby McAvoy. So which day of the week is reserved for regrets and apologies? Which one is, gosh, that was a terrible idea.
That's Sunday.
That's always Sunday.
Sunday is always that day.
Sunday.
That's Monday. Anyway, so speaking of getting screwed, Andrew Yang.
Oh, God.
Yeah, New York City's mayoral candidate, Andrew Yang, appeared to apologize for tweeting condemnation at the terrorists of Hamas.
I'm not surprised anymore. I literally am not.
He caved. In fact, just yesterday, he did a whole tweet barrage about how Hamas was terrible and how they were horrible human beings and how they should never they shouldn't be attacking Israel, blah, 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 blah. Saying, I'm standing with the people of Israel who are coming under bombardment attacks and condemning the Hamas terrorists. And then he got beat to a pulp on Twitter, and he then took everything back. Everything. Took it all back.
Because why not? Because nobody on that side has a spine. Nobody, not even that side. Nobody has a spine anymore.
Here's his. So
Go ahead. No.
I spoke to a group of volunteers for the campaign yesterday, some of whom have been with me for years. Many of them were upset with my recent tweets expressing solidarity with the people of Israel in conjunction with the violence in the region this week that has claimed the lives of innocents and children on both sides. They felt that my tweets were overly simplistic and in my treatment of a conflict that has a long and complex history full of tragedies. And they felt it failed to acknowledge the pain and suffering on both sides. They were, of course, correct.
I have a question. Isn't Hamas isn't Hamas classified blatantly as a terrorist organization?
Yes.
So why do we give a flying fig about the pain on that side?
Well, it goes like this. Okay, let me ask you a question. I'm going to say it a little separate. Somebody starts a fight. And then they get punched in the face.
Okay.
And they're bleeding all over the place.
Okay.
Do you feel sorry for that guy?
Which one? The guy that got punched or the guy that did the punching?
No. Guy starts a fight.
The guy starts a fight.
He's trying to punch people and blah, 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 blah. He gets cold cocked. I mean, knocked the F out. Bleeding all over.
The guy who starts the fight.
The guy who starts the fight. Knocked out. Do you feel sorry for him?
Not really, no.
No, not at all.
I mean, I felt bad that he was he
that's
lost.
Stupid.
Like, oh, God, you're going to feel that in the morning.
Yeah, you're going to hurt.
But that's about the extent of it. It's like you follow it up with, you kind of had it coming.
Yeah, you did it to yourself.
Yeah.
So.
Literally asked for it.
And that's exactly what's happening here.
No. You can't sit here and say, well, you have to worry about suffering and pain on both sides. If you do that, then it shouldn't matter what was said. You should be able to condemn when somebody does something wrong.
And then celebrate when somebody does something right.
That's one of the bigger problems today. People can't come together over the commonality of what's right and what's wrong. Killing, missile attacks that end up randomly in murdering innocent people and children. Doesn't matter who fired it. Doesn't matter the reason why. Should be sad. If we can't start there and say that is sad, that is a bad thing, that needs to stop, nothing else is going to attempt to be changed. Because at this point, if you can't agree wholeheartedly, no matter what, killing of innocent people and children is bad, then you're not going to be able to sit here and just parse it out later as to how to fix it from happening again. Because it's going to be okay as long as it's the other guy doing it.
Right. And that's where we have to stop.
Right.
That's where we have to bring this back to, where it's not about other sidism.
No,
It's not about this whole back and forth between sides and everything else. Just like
tribalism is a fallacy.
Yeah, exactly. Like the people on Twitter.
Or let me phrase that. It's not a fallacy. It is an artificial construct.
Right. It is an artificial construct. We have created additional cages for ourselves.
They're just prisons. It's not by being in collectivism or tribalism is not freeing. It doesn't make you stronger. It binds you and puts you more in prison than you were before. Because now you're not just beholden to what you believe is right. Now you're beholden to the guy next to you and the guy next to him and the guy in front of him and everybody else and the people who hold the control over that particular party, that particular tribe.
Yep.
That's the problem.
It's like, think about it like this. And I want to put this into perspective here, where here's the deal, right? So when I was talking with Riaz, he was trying to explain it to me to make it really, really simple.
Mm-hmm.
The people that were on his side, that was from his side.
Yeah.
You know, the people that now hate him in a lot of ways because he came over and talked to people. The people that were on his side, they don't get the news that we get.
No, that's true too.
They don't get the information that we get, and we don't get some of the information that they do.
Yeah.
There's a huge differential between what they actually see on a daily basis and what we see.
Yeah. And part of it,
because of what the news cycle puts out, and
I was going to say, there's that
intentionally dive in and go find.
Yep, we tend to stick around to the whole, I had it in my brain, the echo chamber.
Yeah, everybody tends to stick to their echo chamber. It's a comfort level.
Yeah.
And I believe my mic was mic'd. My mic was muted for a second ago. So my fault. But no, it's that whole idea that we're not only in an echo chamber, but we're comfortable in that echo chamber. And it makes it really difficult to look at news stories from any other perspective.
Well, think about it. What does the news do? What does the news ultimately do? What do they make their money off? Well, they definitely polarize. But do you see a lot of good stories?
No,
Happy
it's
things?
all it's all fear and terrible and no
fear.
Good.
That's why people collate around the people in those echo chambers. And like you said, they feel safe.
Yep.
That's why the news scares people. So what do? You gang up and you group with people who you think are just like you, at least sound and say they are just like you. And they may very well be. And you turn around and you stay there and you're only going to hear, oh, this is bad. And then you hear your people talking on this side instead of going, what's going on in total? He's right. We don't hear everything. We don't see everything. And nobody wants to make that next step.
Right.
Of, well, why aren't we hearing what's going on? What does it? Because here's the deal is it doesn't matter in a situation who says what and how necessarily. The fact should be we should be able to have a basic agreement on everything, no matter which side of the aisle you're on, whether you're a Christian or not, doesn't matter. If somebody walks up, a stranger walks up to another person and blatantly stabs them in the throat, and they die on the street right there, and the other guy keeps walking. Is that bad?
Yes.
Should that guy get punished?
Yes.
Now, we find out that guy was a Muslim.
Who cares?
Does it matter? No. We find out he's a Christian. Does it matter? We find out he was a Trump voter. Does it matter?
We find out he was a gay black Filipino, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, the laundry list, it doesn't matter what tags you put on it after that. The fact of the matter is the man committed murder, and that is wrong, and we can't even get to that point because it doesn't matter. Oh, well, he's on the other side, and of course they're going to do it.
And that's exactly what you're going through on Twitter right now.
Yes. Do you see? You see
I
that?
do. I see it.
It's right there in front of you.
It's hilarious. Like Dylan was talking about it at the very beginning of the show. He's going through and he's poking fun at people and poking the bear. But
stating facts at the same time.
He's stating the facts, but he's poking the bear. And because he's poking the bear, he has these people specifically like a Zoo House News, which I have no idea who that is.
I don't know who it is, but apparently I've pissed off an actual news source.
You've
allegedly.
Alleged news source. Right. You've pissed them off. And that's okay.
Because they're trying to argue and say that, yes, the entire government is corrupt. However, Republicans are worse than Democrats. I'm like, you can't even agree that both are wrong. If they're
wrong.
If they're both wrong, then there can't
doesn't
be
matter
one
who's
better.
worse.
Exactly. Wrong is wrong is wrong is wrong.
You're saying I'm going to pick the one that's less bad. That's not a good position
The days
to
of
have.
picking the lesser of two evils is what got us into this hole in the first place.
Right.
You know what gets you out of a good hole, though? American Pride Roasters coffee.
That is actually, yeah, that deep dark hole that you find yourself in.
It is.
About 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yep.
Oh.
It's so good. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. It's AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Historically great coffee. Guaranteed to make you swallow every single time you put it in your mouth. Follow us on all the social medias at DOAE Show. We're on Twitters and we're on the Facebooks. Everywhere else, use hashtag arm yourselves, hashtag Mojo50 Radio. Oh, we will be reading it and talking and communicating with you. We got a whole other hour to go still.
Billy will answer your questions in just a second.
All right. See y'all. We'll go back. Don't go to work.
It's really nice of you to ask, Billy Vaughn. Billy Vaughn over there on the Facebook. Asking, how do I become a defender? It's very simple. It's really simple. You go to our website, doaeshow.com.
That's doaeshow.com.
doaeshow.com. Under there's a little menu button, there's a little menu section. It's at the top middle, and you can see members. You click on the members.
Not that member. It's not that
It's not that sort of membering, but you can click on the members, and there's a drop down where it gives you plans and prices, and then a defenders only page. So you can go to members, go to plans and pricing. It'll tell you it's $5 a month or $50 for an entire year. Become a defender with us. You get a T-shirt like this guy, which is now getting sent out to everybody. Yay!
See, okay. The Mojo Riverfish and I have been doing a lot of talking.
Have you really?
A lot.
Have you?
Yeah. Well, because he does a lot of driving and
Yes.
I don't
yes,
work
yes.
a lot, so
Yes.
we do a lot of
Whoopi
talking.
Goldberg reads Anne Frank.
Yes. That was one of them. Or the
I can't do Whoopi Goldberg's voice anymore. I hate her voice.
But it would be funny, wouldn't it?
I just hate her voice, man.
No, you get. But I like the Kermit the Frog reads 50 Shades of Grey. Yes.
Hold on.
You're gonna pull up a
Sample of 50 Shades of Grey. Hold on.
Would it be like excerpt? Dang, I can never say that word. An
Excerpt?
Yeah, an excerpt.
No.
Yeah, because that's going to be everything. You're going to need excerpt. That's what you're going to have to put.
50 Shades of Grey book excerpt. There it is.
Dun, dun, da, 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 da. Oh, there you go. There's a whole bunch of them right there.
Okay. Hold on.
Are we going to do this?
Why not?
You want to do it or you want me to do it?
You go ahead.
You want me to do it now or are we going to wait till we come back?
Go ahead. We're fine. It's behind
Hold
the
on,
scenes stuff.
If I'm going to do this, you need to go grab me coffee.
All right, I'm going to grab it. Okay, hold on.
I sit, waiting. My heart is thumping. It's 5:36, and I stare through the tinted glass of my Audi at the front of the building. I know I'm early, but I've been looking forward to this moment all day. I'm going to see her. I shift in my seat in the rear of the car. The atmosphere feels stifling. Though I'm not really remaining calm, the anticipation and the anxiety are knotting my stomach and pressures down my chest. Taylor sits in the driver's seat, staring straight ahead, wordless, looking his usual composed self, while I can barely breathe. It's irritating. Damn it, where is she? She's inside. Inside Seattle Independent Publishing. Set back beyond a wide open sidewalk. Building is shabby and in need of renovation. Company's name is etched haphazardly in the glass, and the frosted effect, the window is peeling.
I think this works.
This is fantastic.
I think this works. I think we need to make this work. We need to make this happen. So, of course, that didn't have any of the other things in it. So, yeah, no. So later on.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, ready, breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
I'll never back down. Thought I was 6 feet under.
Oh, we have way too much fun in the breaks.
Yeah, sometimes we do. Sometimes we do.
Yeah, if you're just curious, we might have to get that.
No. Swebness Prime on the Twitters, just at DOA Show. The break audio is definitely weirding me out tonight.
Yeah.
And yes, you needed that pause.
Yeah, you did. You did. It's something that usually, I mean, we like to have fun in the break. If you're watching on, if you're watching the show anywhere,
Yeah.
you get to see all the cool little goofy stuff behind the scenes because you're not.
Oh, you don't get
listening
to
the
see it,
radio.
but you get to hear it.
Yeah, if you're listening to the radio, you're listening to it from commercials and whatever.
Yeah, all the rest of it, which I'm sorry, but it happens.
No, I'm sorry.
That's
too,
how Mojo
but
pays the bills.
It is. But what we're going to do as well is we're going to turn around and throw. Eventually, we're going to start getting some of these cool little break goofy things that we do during the break, and that's what's going to get thrown up extras on socials and
All the rest
stuff
of it,
as
so
soon
that'll
as
be good.
As soon as we get the intern up and running and moving and blah blah blah, that's the route we're gonna
Which maybe
go.
soon.
So you'll get
maybe.
to it should be soon, God willing, and the creek don't rise.
Right.
So yeah, it's gonna be fun. So you'll get to be part of that. But yeah, at this point, you just need to go back, go to YouTube's or the Facebooks or whatever.
Yep.
Go back to the first break at the hour or the first half. And then go through there.
It'll be hilarious.
It is. It's
Hilarious.
I think it's funny. I mean, you might not. You might do go, this is irritating. This is so not worth
Why are you
it.
doing this? No, that's stupid. Anyway,
We have to kill time somehow.
yeah, we have to, make fun of things, and that's what we do.
That's what we do.
So every year for the last 6 years, the city of Chicago has been named the rattiest in America, according to reports from local TV stations.
The rattiest.
The rattiest.
I didn't know one that was a
Like
word.
ratatouille.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was a word for
Yes.
starters. Secondly, of everything going on, that's where
That's Chicago.
That's Chicago. That's what Chicago's known for.
The rattiest.
Is the rats.
Yes, rats.
Not the incessant, high crime and murder
No, well,
rates.
it's just like New York City. Might as well not even worry about the
you're right.
crime
That's true.
at that point. Quote, in an unprecedented year, the visibility of rodents has increased, creating a concern for homeowners and business owners alike. As reported in the spring, the pandemic-driven closures of restaurants forced rodents to find new food sources, said the Orkin Pest Control Company, which put together an annual ranking. Quote, without food waste to consume, these pets were seen scavenging new areas and exhibiting unusual and aggressive behaviors. The presence of rodents became so relevant that the CDC and prevention issued rodent control guidance on ways to keep rats and mice out of the homes and businesses. But a city animal shelter has the answer.
Okay. An animal shelter. They're going to round them up. What is it? We could do like a Pied Piper kind of thing and just kind of walk through the streets with the flute or the
Close.
just
Close.
or the fife and just play that joker along until they'll all follow them out
No.
the city and then they'll get washed away
you're
in the
pretty close
river.
there, yeah,
Is that what's
pretty
going to happen?
No, it's wild pussy. Otherwise known as feral cats everywhere. Feral cats everywhere. They're gonna let
okay. So
they're gonna let loose the feral cats.
So it's not, just so we're clear, it's not just regular, like, domesticated cats.
No, feral cats.
These are feral.
Yeah, the ones that aren't domesticated.
The ones that will eat you.
Yeah, the ones that will claw the crap out of you.
Wow, because that's smart.
That's good, right? The Treehouse Humane Society has been releasing the feral cats into regions with bad rat problems.
Oh my God.
What? You got a problem with the name? Is that what's going on? You got a problem with...
I got a problem with the whole damn thing. The whole thing. Let's not clean the city up. Let's not do things in the other way. No. Let's just add more to it. Why the hell not?
Yeah, feral cats. And especially feral cats without safe habitats have frequently been overlooked in the past, often resulting in long stays in animal control and even euthanasia.
Because they're feral.
Our community Cats and Cats at Work program help us save cats in every environment.
Cats at work?
Cats at work.
Really? Mm-hmm. Really? Cats at work.
Cats at work.
Like, do they have the little hard hats?
Pussy on patrol.
Do they have the hard hats and the reflective construction vests?
I'm just saying, Pussy Patrol.
I can't.
This is how it is
getting
today.
stupid.
This is what it is. After humanely capturing the feral cats, the Humane Society spay and neuter the animals and place them into residential and commercial settings with the rodent infestations to act as an environmentally friendly rodent control.
So what are you going to do if, let's just play a game. You keep releasing these cats. They keep taking out these rats. I know, I'm a linguist here. So you do, and then let's just play the game that everything opens up. Everything becomes fine. The world goes back to normal. Everything is great.
Yeah.
And then you have the restaurants open and blah, blah, blah. So now you still have a rat problem. They're just a little bit more contained because now they're inside the buildings eating food and trash. And now you have an abundance of feral cats that you've just thrown around the city now.
Yeah.
I think I might take the poop in the streets in San Francisco over that, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm going to be clear. Can you imagine walking through like downtown Chicago and being attacked by
a stray
by
cat?
a stray or a group of stray cats because they're hungry?
Sounds like we need some cat scratch fever here.
That would have been funny.
Stray cat strut.
This is just ridiculous. So, and again,
Quote, after trapping and neutering a community cat, there are times when those cats cannot be reintegrated into their former colonies. This can be for a variety of reasons, including their former location being demolished, as in the case of cats living in abandoned buildings, dangerous locations, etc. It is for these special cases that the Treehouse created the Cats at Work program.
So these are inmate cats.
Yeah.
And they're literally
They're being let out for work.
They're on a work program. And,
Their work schedule.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Cats at Work.
Oh dear Lord.
I'm telling you, Pussy Patrol. That's what this is.
Oh my God. So how does this
See
work?
the cats in like orange jumpsuits running around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In hard hats and singing Village People.
This is where the shovel-ready jobs went.
That's only 20 years late. Who cares?
It's no big deal, right?
That's whatever.
Cats are placed 2 or 3 at a time into residential and commercial settings.
Residential.
Or commercial settings.
I don't get residential.
In
You have
order
feral cats running rampant through your neighborhood.
Of course. Who are you going to call?
Feral cats, apparently.
That's right.
The Cats at Work program.
To provide environmentally friendly rodent control. Property and businesses owners provide food, water, shelter, and wellness to the cats who work for them. In most cases, our cats at work become beloved members of the family or teams, and some have their own Instagram pages.
Oh, good.
Oh, great.
Again, you realize these are feral cats. This is not like a domesticated cat who will let you pet them and everything else.
No, this is very much like the old style of keeping a cat where you kicked it out at the end of the day.
Yeah, so you
let it inside to eat and then you throw it right back out.
You're ultimately feeding a wild animal.
Yeah.
Okay, which is what you're doing when you with the whole rat problem. Rats are wild animals. They are feeding off of the trash and stuff. So again, you're trading one problem out for another problem.
That's true.
So
true.
I have a question. Again, what happens when everything opens up?
I don't know.
Are you going to have an issue? How are you going to deal with the cats?
Be from the SAV. Mm-hmm. That's how they're going to deal with it. Steve Martin has a remedy for overpopulation of pussycats.
He's juggling them.
Yep.
No, I seriously. So they released cats to take care of rats. Are we going to now release dogs when this is over with to take care of all the cats?
Right.
And eventually we're going to have to do the bears. You know, Chicago.
Yeah.
The bears.
Yeah.
To deal with the dogs. This is that nursery rhyme all over again about the old lady swallowing the fly.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. That's what we're doing here. By the way, Iron Dome Slug, wild pussy. Crap, I entered the conversation at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Riverfish adding in. Didn't Wild Pussy run in the Kentucky Derby? No, that was they opened up for Izzo's Pizzle in '84. Which actually would make sense because they were all in Chicago.
It was a sold-out concert.
It was. It was. Of course, it was only 10 seats. But
it was a hell of a show.
It was really good.
Because Izzo played the washboard?
Yep. Which wasn't his stomach.
No.
Which people were surprised at.
Iron Dome Slug over to about feral cats. Cats have killed so many local songbirds. Some towns now permit the hunting and killing of stray cats, much to the horror of outdoor cat owners.
Well, don't be an outdoor cat owner.
Pretty much, and that's what I'm saying. Like they're not. Yes, they're smaller, but again, they're feral. You were equating basically having a leopard or a mountain lion just on a smaller scale. Running
smaller
through,
version of that.
Yeah,
No big deal,
running
right?
through your neighborhoods and business areas, taking care of rats. And again, when all you have to do is clean your shit up.
Right. Iron Dome Slug asking the question, are we swallowing flies too? No, that's usually only spiders and only when you sleep. Pigpole
Snarky Jackhole over on Twitter. Thank heaven for all those rats in Chicago. If there weren't so many absorbing strange bullets, the murder rate would be even worse.
Very, very true.
It's very true. I can't. This. There are some moments, there's certain things that we read, certain things that we do, we come across in doing this show that I personally get to a point where I'm just like, God, are you done? Pull the plug already. Stop leaving this thing on life support. There's nothing left. The brain is dead. It's done. It's over. Let it go. It is taking up valuable bed space. Let's just end this now. Because I can't.
Well, there was somebody that heard your cry.
Clearly. A suspect who purportedly gunned down his girlfriend and 5 members of her family was said to be angry because he wasn't invited to a birthday party.
It's reminiscent of a Disney story. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's
just a tad.
very reminiscent.
The suspect reportedly opened fire on the partygoers on Sunday, killing at least 6 people before turning the gun on himself. I guess he wanted to make sure they were all invited to the same party when he was done.
Everybody's coming with me.
Pretty much. Authorities have identified the suspect as a 23-year-old dude who I'm not naming, who they said has a history. It has nothing to do with his name.
I understand why you're not.
I'm just not going to give the guy credit.
Not giving props.
No. I'm not going to. However, it is a very.
It's a difficult name.
It could be.
No, don't even try it now.
I'm not going to.
Okay, thank you.
But I have an idea of how it would go. Anyway, He said he has a history of being controlling and jealous behavior towards his girlfriend.
Who was 28.
Yes.
And he was 23.
The girlfriend was killed during a party. In addition to her brother, her sister, the sister's husband, the sister's mother, actually would be her mother too, I guess.
The mother,
the
grandmother,
and one of the girlfriend's kids. Or excuse me, hold on, how'd that work out?
52-year-old.
Yeah, that was the. Oh, okay, no, I'm sorry, because I'm not reading names, so it went weird. Okay, let me clarify again one more time. The girlfriend was killed.
Yep.
As well as her brother.
Yep.
Her sister.
Yep.
Her sister's husband.
Yep.
And his mom.
As
well as one of his mom's other kids. So basically it would have been the brother-in-law's brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So There you go. 3 children under the age of 12 were inside at the home at the time of the killings, but none of them were injured.
Well, that's nice.
According to the report, the killer arrived at the home on Sunday and shot his victims in quick succession before turning the weapon and fatally shooting himself.
So he said, y'all don't like me anymore?
Yeah.
Fine, then.
The loaded handgun was reportedly recovered from the scene along with 17 shell casings.
So he really did catch me outside.
And an empty 15-round magazine. All that tells me for when it involves, 6 people total?
Yeah. He's a terrible shot.
He's a horrible shot. It's just...
Like, you should be able to get the first 3 in the first 3 shots. At least. Before anybody starts running, really.
Logically.
Honestly.
Yeah.
If you look, like, especially if you surprise them.
If it's in quick succession, yeah.
If
It
you're
should have been a,
surprising them
hey, there
quick-
you are. Boom, 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 and be done.
You know, first 3 should be 3 shots, and then maybe you miss because people are running.
But, this is why they say you shouldn't have, so many magazines or so many
bullets.
large. Yeah, I'll be allowed to have so many at one time.
Yeah.
Forget the fact that he could have a pocket full of ammo, and because obviously he was able to reload. So what if he had like 6 or 8 of the 9 9-round magazines? Just saying. Colorado Springs Police Lieutenant Joe Fabiel said that the guy did not have a criminal history and noted that while there's no documented incidents of violence between the boyfriend and the girlfriend, it was clear that the shooter was attempting to, quote, isolate her from her family and prevent her from attending family events, end quote. Colorado Springs Police Chief Vince Niski told reporters that, quote, at the core of this horrendous act is domestic violence. No family should ever have to experience this type of loss.
That is very true. All of which of these things are very, very true.
Yeah. I don't know. It's sad.
It's a terrible story.
It's sad. I mean, of all the things, like literally to not only kill somebody else over,
Yeah.
but yourself as well,
Yeah.
which I mean probably had more to do with him killing people. But still, you didn't talk about just being a whiny little child. You didn't get invited. Jackass.
That's how they do it.
That is how they do it.
Every time.
Because this is how we do it.
It's what Miss Prime over there on the Twitters, at DOA Show. Is there ever a right time to enter the conversation?
No, there really isn't. That's
No.
why you just throw it out there as best you can.
Oblivion flickering. Wild, wild pussy couldn't drag me away.
Wow.
Thank you for that.
That does make the song a little bit better.
It does, right? Just a little bit.
Just a tad.
Just a hair.
Not a lot.
No.
Just a hair.
Still funny. Oh gosh. I don't know. I mean, we got 7 minutes, so yeah, we should probably.
You got
jump
one
into
more.
it.
We got
Yeah,
room
we
for
got
one
room.
more.
Yeah,
What's a
we
good
can
one?
do that. Yeah.
What's a good one?
This one is probably good enough.
Good old DeWine. It makes me giggle to say his name. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine
Yeah.
announced Wednesday that the state will soon hold lottery drawings exclusively for vaccinated adults, and winners will take home $1 million each.
I'm going to repeat that for you because, well, you guys need it. Mike DeWine, the governor of Ohio, announced Wednesday that the state will soon hold a lottery drawing exclusively for vaccinated adults, and winners will take home $1 million each.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but my
future health does not.
not even just that.
my
Not
future
even just
life.
that. My principles, my dignity is worth a lot more than that.
I mean, I wouldn't mind $1 million, but right now that's actually not that much.
Not with the way the dollar's going.
No.
DeWine revealed the new plan during an address to his state, touting that the progress that Ohioans have made in the fight against COVID and announcing the state government's coronavirus restrictions would soon end, at least as soon as June 2nd, outside a nursing home and assisted living facility, because that's where you want to be when you're talking about a virus that mainly kills old people.
Outside
Have
of
a
their
bunch
place.
of people out in front of a nursing home. And
Right. That's the best place.
He then offered incentives for more people to get vaccinated against the virus.
Oh, really?
Quote, 2 weeks from tonight on May 26th, we will announce a winner of a separate drawing for adults who have received at least their first dose of the vaccine. This announcement will occur each Wednesday for 5 weeks, and the winner of each Wednesday will receive $1 million.
How much? Okay.
Where's that money coming from?
I don't even care about that. For
No,
a second.
I do.
Yeah, okay.
Where's it coming from, for starters?
How much you want to bet every one of those people that win somehow have a connection with the governor?
In some distant trail or another? Oh, I bet you. I bet you. It wouldn't surprise me.
Like some connection.
You know what I do find it funny is here in North Carolina, we have the education lottery. That's what they call it. It's the education lottery.
5%.
Yeah.
It's 5%.
So that means Ohio has the vaccine lottery.
Right. So how much money goes back to paying for the vaccines?
And the worst part about this is isn't that kind of literally the definition of discrimination?
No, because if you get at least the first shot.
No, but you're not eligible.
How are you not eligible?
For anything if you don't get vaccinated. If you don't get at least one shot, you're not eligible.
To get into the drawing.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
It's creating a quote-unquote incentive.
It's not an incentive.
Yeah, it is.
It is not an
For
incentive.
some people, it is.
No, it's not. It's a bribe instead of somebody coming into your house and blatantly snatching your children out of their bed, fighting you off and everything else, they're luring them in with candy into their car. That's what that is. That's exactly what that is. Mm-hmm. Instead of being overt and forcing you to do it, which they can't do, instead they turn around and find ways to make you.
Right.
But they do it from the aisle of, oh, well, we're just trying to help you. We're looking out for you. We understand that things are hard, and so we're going to turn around and incentivize. And again, where is that money coming from?
Yeah.
Do you really, as a human being, have the wherewithal to knowingly accept $1 million, one, for having sold your principles down the river, if you've been holding out this long against it?
Mm-hmm.
And two, knowing the possibility that money came from somewhere that probably was not, I'll say, appropriate.
Yeah.
That somebody somewhere just bought you. That doesn't bother you at all?
Yeah, you're just now being bought. Or you're not even being bought because you may not get the money. You're being promised a potential buy.
Yes. That's actually the worst part about it. Is
you go get your shot and you have a chance.
Yes. What does they say? Five chances. So out of 1 million people, you have a 1 in 5 chance.
No, $1 million
$1 million.
each.
I'm saying there. Let's say there's 1 million people that do this.
Yeah.
1 million, 5. $1 million to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what it is? Chance.
Oh, there's more.
That's just the numbers are way off than that.
Yeah,
so if you're down to 1, it's more incredible than that.
Yeah.
There's no way it works, and you're going to be like, well, but what if I win? Well. But
okay.
What happens if you don't?
What if you don't win? Then you just got vaccinated for nothing.
What if you're one of those people that have a very adverse effect? It kills you. It hurts you. It makes you even worse off than you were. It changes your body to the point that there's no recovery. What about then?
Yeah.
And you don't win the money.
That would suck, wouldn't it?
It's incredible that all this whole thing is an ongoing live study. That's one of the reasons why the government can't mandate it, because it's not federally approved. The FDA hasn't put their stamp on it yet. Why? Because they haven't been able to do human testing. So what do? You scare the hell out of people and you force it on them.
And that's what we have.
That's what this is.
You truly, everybody that's gotten the vaccination, and I mean even the people that are my family, and I love you, but at the same point in time,
family, friends, everybody.
You guys,
your lab
family,
rats.
friends, but you're lab rats. That's all you are.
Yep.
To the government. Your lab rats. They want to figure out what's actually going to happen, the vaccination rates, what it will actually do, the side effects that could potentially be caused by it, all the rest of it. And I understand that, okay, pandemic, got it, right. Stop and think about it, though. You got to stop and think about it. You have to actually look at the information that's been provided and understand what is crap and what isn't. And the fact that we have like we were talking about earlier, where we have two sides of the political spectrum never talking to each other.
Yep.
And that all the truth happens to be in the middle.
Yep.
And so we're seeing both sides are seeing it, but they're seeing it from this weird distorted angle each time. And so none of us really have the full truth about anything as far as these vaccines go. But there are some things that we do know that are foundational. One, there was never any human testing.
Well, there is now.
Now there is.
Now there is.
And now we have the next 20 years to figure out what actually happens to people who take it.
Can you imagine? Like, and these people's lives are going to be forever changed.
Yeah.
Because you decided to become a lab rat. And I mean, I'm not trying to obviously, I would argue a lot of people came to their decision because they came to their decision, and that's what you did. I'm not faulting you making that decision. I'm just saying,
your own decision. Some of you had to.
You have to understand what. Yeah, you have to understand the big side of it. You have to. You're being played. We're all being played, and we're letting it happen.
Yep. That's true. So much of that's true. You truly don't see the difference, do you, Dylan? You don't see a difference at all between the political parties. No, we don't. Actually, we do see a difference. Oh, my goodness gracious. Dylan's over here plugging away.
I'm just saying, and I'm not. Am I wrong?
Nope. He's asking a question. You ask back, or she? Is that a she? Is that a he or a she?
I see a mustache on there.
Is there a mustache? Well, that's don't assume that.
Anything,
don't assume anything there. S. Williams. S. Willamy. Willamy. Huh.
Just saying.
I will respond to your question with a question.
Yeah, it looks like a dude. Oh, look.
Elite handsome dog owner.
No.
Yeah.
You know what that is?
Uh-huh. Coastal elite handsome dog owner.
At least he's honest about being an elite.
Yeah. Hey, he's honest with himself about what he is and who he is. That's
Bless
close.
your
That's
heart.
better. That's better.
That's something.
Most people don't.
Yeah.
By the way, so you found the way to do the Cairo on the things, the wingdings,
Well, I went and no, it's not even wingdings. I had to go and Google it
and find
and actually had like a
font format,
a font picture that you could copy.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
And then post
you
it.
You just literally
Oh,
post it up next to the thing.
This is Defenders Live.
So,
yeah,
this Saturday,
yeah.
May 15th. May 15th.
This Saturday.
Year of our Lord, May 15th, 2020.
Yeah, there's a thing.
I almost messed up.
There's a thing.
2021.
2021.
2021. We will be at Tar River Arms, Wake Forest, North Carolina.
For a little bit, anyway.
For a while. It's 10 to 6. He's having an event over there called the Guns Out, Suns Out. Having a lot of sales going on over there. Having the Marines are going to be there doing what Marines do.
Which is being Marines.
Which being Marines. Because he were a Marine.
He wears.
He was a Marine. He were one. And his son is one too. I believe his son is a Marine.
Yes, his son is definitely going into the military.
No, I know it's the military, but I can't remember if he went in the Marines or not. Was it
could've-
Marines or Air Force? One of the two.
I was about to say, I was pretty sure that he was Air Force.
No, he is a Marine.
Are you sure?
Yes. Now you got me questioning it. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to say yes because he wouldn't invite the Marines over there if he was
Why
in the
not?
Air Force. Because he wouldn't.
Because Marines are awesome.
They are. But there's all kinds of things going on. Steven and I will be out there handing out cards, shaking hands, and kissing babies and all that fun jazz. If you want to come out and see us.
There's going to be babies at that?
I don't know.
I'm not wearing a mask.
I'm not wearing a mask either. You want to come out, you want to say, hey, you want to check out the awesome deals and things he's got going over there at Tar River Arms. Come on out there. Like I said, this Saturday, this Saturday, May 15th, 10 to 6.
Yep.
We'll be there. Great deals are going on. If you need information or anything like that, go to tarriverarms.com. You'll be able to look up
pretty much everything.
Address or anything else is going on. Lots of stuff going down. Too much to even entertain right now.
Yep. So if you have the ability to buy a firearm in the state of North Carolina, you can get one then.
And that's probably the best place you're going to get it because you won't find better deals. I promise you that.
Yep. They even have things that aren't even on sale anymore. You know, that's hard to get.
The hard to get stuff. That's
I
where
wonder if he has the Mossberg.
I don't know.
You know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that nobody sells anymore.
The 8, what is it, the 880 or whatever?
Whatever they are, but they're out of stock.
Oh, I know. You never get their damn hands on them. I don't know, but that's where we're going to be at. So come on by, say hi. Tar River Arms in Wake Forest, 10 to 6 this Saturday.
Yep.
We're also working on the details and nailing those down finally for our 4th of July bash.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be fun. We've already got, like I said, a location down. We just have to get a couple more details out.
Just a few things.
And once that's nailed down and finished, we will be able to present that, and then y'all can make your plans to head down. I already know.
We have we've already had about maybe 10 people that I know that have responded to us.
Yeah, there's a few that are coming down. That I know there's a few hosts
that want
from
to
participating shows that will be popping by.
Yeah.
For a little while to hang out and whatnot.
So that'd be nice.
There's a lot of planning that I'm working on.
Are we talking about the local boys?
Yes, those guys will be there too. American Huddle, the guys we've had on here before.
Yep.
American Huddle guys of the American Huddle podcast. They're going to be hanging out and joining us over there as well.
Cool.
But I know there's a few Mojo hosts that might be making a trip from out of town.
Oh.
Coming to hang out with us. So, yeah. So again, when we get those details, we'll have them out there probably no later than the end of next week.
Yep.
So be ready for that and start making your plans to head down this way and spend 4th of July with Independence Day with us. Barbecuing and setting off fireworks, and
I think we got a good name for it now.
I think we do.
I
think we do. We're gonna go with it and just
we are
see what. Unless we can come up with something else between now and then.
Okay,
we'll go with it.
Yeah, so that sounds good. All right,
we need to hurry up and get this ball rolling.
Yeah, we do.
The closer it gets to time, the less people are gonna be like, "Yeah, no, it's too late now, dude. I ain't got time."
Mm-hmm.
So.
Now somebody's been reading a little bit too much into other books because. Sweatimus Prime over there. When y'all say mask, all I can think of is this. And is that from
I don't know, but that goes back to the 50 Shades of Grey thing we were talking about earlier.
Kind of, but I think that one is actually from that
American Horror Story.
It's either American Horror Story or it's Pulp Fiction.
That's not Pulp Fiction.
No? Okay, could be American Horror Story. But it's definitely a Gimp mask. You know, zipper face and all the whole.
I don't know.
Everything there.
It's weird.
Yeah. Let's stay away from that though. Let's just kind of we're gonna stay away from that. Instead, we're gonna go all the way to Minneapolis. Who made waves last year?
Waves, you say?
Waves, as it got leftist mantras of defund the police and rolling to a point that it became a national movement and a political priority for much of the left.
Yeah, one might even call it, instead of just waves, one might call it a tsunami.
Yes. Hurricane, as it would, potentially.
Mm-hmm. It came in sweeping in and obliterated everything around everyone.
That's correct. Crashing in. Came in like a wrecking ball.
Oh, I was going to go like a hurricane, but
no.
You've completely ruined it for me now. Continue.
You're welcome.
On.
You're seeing that visual, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Oh, it was Pulp Fiction. Okay, I'm sorry.
I figured it was. I had to get the name in there.
My bad.
Now, the mayor has admitted that the loud cries to get rid of the police contributed to the current spike in crime.
So, first off, you spend a year saying, go away, we don't want you anymore, you're horrible. And now they're like, oh, please come back because we can't do it ourselves.
That's basically it. The city council vowed last year, in the wake of the George Floyd, to get rid of the police. And Mayor Jacob Frey did little to stand in their way, despite the claims that he did not want to fully abolish the police, which famously upset the protesters who confronted him on the subject. As the movement to defund the police gained steam, crime in the city began to increase as cops left the force.
Can you blame them?
No. After a while, the same city council that trashed the cops and threatened to gut their departments realized that the city kind of needed help.
You think?
And they were forced to outsource their police work.
That's the part that fascinates me.
Just a few months later, the council voted to spend an additional $6.4 million on the police to subsidize their spending on additional police forces. But the damage had already been done. Crime was spiking in Minneapolis. Just last weekend, 7 people were shot in the span of 12 hours.
Wow. Wow.
The problem has become so severe that Mayor Frey is holding meetings with the community leaders in an attempt to find solutions to the spikes in violent crime. And he's been forced to admit that the calls to abolish the police are at least partly responsible. Partly.
Partly?
Partly.
Only partly.
Partly.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the other part? What's the other part of it?
Last Friday, Frey told citizens the city needs to get to work to stopping the criminals. Quote, "The violence needs to stop. It's unacceptable.
Okay.
People deserve to feel safe in their neighborhood. They deserve to be able to send their kids out to the sidewalk to play and to recreate without bullets flying by. That's unacceptable. We should be holding those perpetrators accountable.
We should.
We should. That's
But
why we
we
have
don't.
police."
Well, they did have police. Oh.
Oh, that's sad.
But tech put it up there, so it's okay.
It's okay. It's fine.
No furry shaming here.
Nope, not at all.
Keep going.
Nope. He continues on. It's going to take a comprehensive effort. Yes, it includes safety beyond policing, and it includes police. And
Wait a minute. Hold on. No, stop. You just said it went beyond police.
Yeah.
So how can it be beyond police, but you need police?
Well, we need police, and we need safety beyond the police.
My tumor hurts.
And you know, I'm the one that has been working lockstep with Chief Arredondo. And I'm calling on the council members to try to work with him as well.
I can't. You realize that the old adage is, and I believe it was Einstein that said it, is you can't, the people who cause the problem can't fix it.
Basically,
That's what this is.
if you thought your way into the problem, you're not going to think your way out.
Yeah, it takes somebody else to do it, and I'm sorry, but it's not you.
Yeah, you can't.
Government got us into this.
So government can't get us
They
out.
can't get us out.
When that happens, that's just it. You have to change your government at that point.
Nice you say knee over on Twitter. The problem is they've outsourced their police to India.
Hello, thank you very much.
Thank you for calling 911.
How can I help you?
My name is Kevin. How may I help you? What is your emergency?
My name is Betty. How can I help?
The bad part is it's a guy, and he's like, my name is Betty. We just want to go for an American name to sound more close to what you're used to, so you feel comfortable.
Right. That is so right. Thank you for calling.
We hope someone will join you soon.
It will be 2.5 hours.
Might be longer, because there is a time difference, and I'm still adjusting to the math.
What time is it there? Oh, it'll be 10 hours. Yep. But at least one community leader, the pastor Dale Hume, was not going to let the city leadership off the hook easily, and made sure to let Fry know that the anti-police rhetoric coming from the city council played a huge role in the spike in crime.
I really can't do stupid anymore.
Yeah, well, that's our show.
No, I know that, but between the show and
The stupid of everything
the stupids of these people arguing with me on Twitter, like I can't do this.
First off, you did that to yourself.
No, I didn't. I'm trying to start a dialogue. If you can't say that something is wrong
On Twitter, okay, first off.
period. But yeah, I know.
Your
it's on
fault
Twitter.
is that you went on
I know. I know. But again, going back to yesterday, my naivety is kind of showing. And I'm like, maybe if I say something, people will kind of take a moment and go, huh.
Nope.
No. It doesn't.
Okay, so
But if I don't try, like,
know
here's
where
my thought:
you're
if I don't try,
I know
then
where
who
you're at.
is going to try?
I know where you're at, but here's the thing: even somebody as nice as Riaz
Yeah,
can't do it.
can't do what?
Exactly what you're trying to do.
No, I know.
I
know.
I'm so 45-minute talk back and forth turned into 3 hours with him.
Yeah,
And that was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved the entire time that we were together. It was great.
That's good.
We had a great time. Yes, I'm rubbing it in a little bit. Anyway,
I know. I'm ignoring it. Keep going.
but no, one of the biggest factors that he had, he was like, I have so many people that I used to be able to call friends that will not even talk to me anymore because I will say to them,
I know.
I understand where you're at, but have you seen this?
Yeah.
And that's all he'll go for. He'll be like, but have you seen this?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, here's a blue. And that's it.
I know.
People that he had known for years.
I know. And that's, but at the same time, I know what happens, especially on Twitter. I know what is going to happen. I know that nobody is going to listen. I got it.
But you have to.
Nobody listens now.
You have to do it anyway.
Dude, is
that what you're saying?
Well, no, I was gonna say, let's be honest. Like, the only people listening to us are people who agree with us. We're not changing anybody's mind or their life or even giving them a moment for a second that they go, huh? Right? Nobody. And that's what sucks. But at the same time, I'm like, if I don't say something, you know what I mean? What if the one time I say something, it changes? It does something for someone somewhere. It makes that issue. Even if I don't see it, even if it doesn't happen in a lifetime, what if something changes? And it's frustrating. It's frustrating.
By the way, new person over on the D Live, Canadian.
Thank you. Appreciate
Said that's a majestic.
It's kind of, I appreciate it. It's kind of attached. I'm attached to it a little bit. It's nice.
Attached to you for sure.
Yeah. Well, I'm attached to it too.
All right.
It's kind of a mutual thing.
It is. And also your girlfriend's attached to it. And if you ever got rid of it,
I'd be a dead man.
Yes, you would.
If I don't ever show up,
that is why he tried to shave. And that's what
there was a shaving incident and Dylan took off too much. He took off too much and all of a sudden
he's gone too far.
He took off too much.
He's gone too far.
She's watched enough, whodunit videos and the unsolved mysteries and blah, blah, blah.
She'd figure it out.
She knows how to. I'd never be found.
Oh, no.
She'd be like, I don't know. He went driving the other day. We can't find him.
CSI.
Yeah, she'd be, I'm so sad. The whole time going, no, I'm not anymore. He shouldn't have cut his beard. I warned him.
Yep.
I warned him.
Pretty much.
The San Francisco Unified School District is being accused of, quote, blatant money grab.
Speaking of stupid.
After concocting a plan to have high school students briefly return to in-person school in order to nab millions in state reopening funds. The San Francisco Teachers Union recently announced that high school seniors would get to return to in-person schools starting this Friday. That's fantastic
That's
news.
awesome.
The union even described that the development is exciting news, and the union president, Susan Solomon, told the San Francisco Chronicle the return would allow seniors to spend time with friends and teachers before graduation.
Oh, that's great.
That is. Quote, UESF brought the initial proposal to the SFUSD so that our current graduating seniors would have an opportunity to spend some time in person on campus with teachers and their peers during their last few weeks of high school as they say goodbye to classmates and prepare for graduation and the next chapter of their lives.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
It does.
Doesn't that sound so good?
That's heartwarming.
It's amazing.
Nice.
Feels so nice.
However, what the teachers union didn't say is that the return would only be for one day.
One fine day.
You're going to want me for your girl. And the students wouldn't even be in a classroom with their teachers.
So how are they going to see their teachers?
According to the Chronicle, the city school district and teachers union agreed to a deal that would bring the class of 2021 to school, quote, for at least one day before the end of the year, end quote, so that the city's public schools can qualify for $12 million in reopening state funding.
So you literally just, we want that money.
Mm-hmm. To obtain the reopening funds, California law required school districts to reopen in-person instruction for elementary students and at least one entire middle or high school grade. The deadline to qualify for the funds is May 15th. That would be next week or Saturday.
That would be the end of the end of this week.
One day after the SFUSD and San Francisco Teachers Unions suddenly agreed on an in-person return for seniors. As part of the deal, seniors will be allowed to attend an in-person, quote, at one of two school sites, end quote, and instead of instruction from their teachers, they will receive in-person supervision.
So nothing. They'll just be, there's a guy standing there. Like, the PE teacher will be there. Maybe.
Yep. Continuing on from the Chronicle, each cohort of students, and that's a really broad thing to say because the students are not involved. It's teachers' unions.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, each of the students would have two teachers or staff supervising them on campus. Activities would include, quote, end-of-school conversations.
What?
End-of-school conversation.
End-of-school conversation.
End-of-school
So,
conversations.
not even teaching.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. Or college and career exploration.
So no teaching.
No teaching. No. This is according to the district officials who are still working out the cohort size. Only 2 high school sites would be made available to seniors, meaning most who do return won't be at their own school.
So they're not even going to see their own people.
No. Well, they might. It's just all going to be at a place that's not what they remember.
Like the gym.
Yeah. It won't be at their school.
It'll just be at a random gym.
As of Monday, it was unclear how many students would accept the offer, with the district polling families to see how many of the 4,000 12th graders would return.
4,000?
It is San Francisco.
Oh, that's right. That's true. Okay.
Decreasing the Distance, a San Francisco group advocating in-person learning, slammed the decision. Should have been everybody slamming the decision. I mean, this is what you get for having a student or a school union.
Yeah, pretty much.
Quote, what does this give our kids about what message does this give our kids about what they are worth and how adults take care of our vulnerable population, including kids? Does this show them that they matter or just that the money matters?
Well, it's just the money.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
One senior told us she wants to return, but not like this. Her reaction, it's too little too late. School's over.
That's
End
right.
Quote.
These kids are probably already at the beach.
Well, yeah, they don't care.
No.
They're not going to care.
Are they? They're being graduated without actually having to go through a grade? Done. They're done.
I mean, yeah, they're
getting the grade and everything else because they're online and whatever.
Yeah, and they're spending time with their friends anyway.
Yeah.
Regardless. So
They're out doing everything else that they want to do.
Let's be honest.
Or at least they're at other people's houses.
Well, yeah, one way or another, it's getting, even being California, they're still getting away with it. Trust me.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, California State Representative Phil Ting.
Sorry, what?
His name is Phil Ting.
One more time?
Representative from California State, Phil Ting.
Okay.
Phil
Ting. Okay.
Poor little Ting. Said San Francisco might not qualify for the funds because the deal is violating the spirit of the incentive.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, which is to promote permanent return.
Hold on, because that's the problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically they are going by the letter of the thing.
No, I got that. But so at what point are they not violating the spirit of it? By only opening it up for, a week, 2 weeks? Because again, it's May. May 15th is their deadline. School's over in another month.
Max.
If that. You're still losing. The schools, the kids are still losing out, period, regardless of how you slice it.
Yeah.
The unions, the teacher unions, they're the ones going to benefit, regardless of whether they open for that one day or whether they stay open until school lets out in June.
That's right. They're not going to, first off. They're not going to make it permanent because until they're forced to go back to class, those teachers in those teachers' unions specifically are not going to do it. And I'm not saying that some teachers don't want to, because I have a family member who, my sister, she is a teacher. She would so much rather be right there with those kids.
Yeah.
She hates having to do this crap online, but she's being forced to because of the state and all the rest of it. Yeah. Which is funny because she has to actually be in her class. She's in her classroom.
But by herself.
By herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Are they back in now? I didn't think they were fully back in.
No, they are. They're not fully back in. There's some of them.
Oh, they're like partials.
Yeah, they're doing.
Oh, they're doing partials now.
Yeah,
so she sees some of her kids some of the days.
Yeah, because my kid is.
Yeah, I know. Mine are some of the days too, but still.
No, mine are in her.
Oh, are they?
It's either in her class or.
Are they third grade? She's third.
I can't remember.
She's third grade.
He's either in hers or he's the one opposite.
Either way, he would be, if he ever got in discipline, that'd be where he goes.
Oh, I figure.
Because she's also...
because he's 8, so that would be third grade, wouldn't it?
Right?
I don't know.
8, third grade? Yeah, right?
First, second,
8
third.
Is
Third grade. Yeah, so he's either in it or... well, he's not... Okay, now that I'm thinking about it, he's not in it, but he's the one opposite of her.
Okay.
So he still sees her. He still deals with her. It's just not that directly. But right. Same school and everything, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
It's funny how that works. But still, she doesn't get to see all her kids all the time. She only gets to see part of them, and she still has to do work at home, as well. Like she spends most of her time at home doing schoolwork,
which doesn't make sense. The whole schooling setup, the teachers' unions, I'm sorry, have ruined everything, and we've gone at this ad nauseum.
Destroyed education.
But the fact of the matter is how is it that and I can speak for North Carolina because I've been here most of my life. When you watch constantly where every election they want another kind of a bail
for education
reform or something, they want to add on an extra bit of thing just for education. They have an education lottery. There's all these things that keep going for it. Everything comes back to education, and we still see that.
North Carolina's number 46.
Yeah, we're on the lower end of all of the educational levels. Period. They're constantly complaining about how there's no the teaching isn't as personalized because they're all cramped and everything sucks so bad. Yada yada yada. Teachers are still having to pay for supplies for their classroom for kids. And again, I understand part of it is it's already bad enough that the parents have to buy a laundry list of stuff.
Yeah.
And then the teachers have to buy stuff. And then on top of all the extra stuff they have to do, it doesn't make sense. And we keep allowing this to happen on top of the fact that now, as we all are clearly seeing, if you haven't paid attention to the first half of the show, there's all these situations where they're indoctrinating our children. They're corrupting them. They're propagandizing them. They're destroying them. And we're literally watching it happen and no one says anything. No one does anything.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, we think they're better off where they're at because they're adults. They're the experts. They're in education. That's what they specialize in. Blah blah blah. That's a crock, and we all know it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's sad. It's sad to me.
Actually, okay, NC's gotten better, but I think that doesn't entail. So pre-K, the number 15. Actually, they're getting a lot better.
It's a lot better, but still
a lot better.
We don't have it. It doesn't matter though.
That actually makes me kind of upset because I know that the school systems around the area are trash.
Mm-hmm.
And so to say that North Carolina is now at number 15.
Well, I would argue that because
15th in the nation for K through 12.
What does that say about the rest of the country?
That's what makes me upset.
Wow, that really bothers
me because I know that K through 12 was nowhere close to 15th.
What was that? 87%?
Huh?
Scroll down. Keep going. Keep going. No, keep going. Keep going. Bro, keep going right there.
Oh, 86.3 high school
graduation rate. Okay.
Yeah.
And it was in red. I was like,
Yeah.
Debt after graduation. Or, debt at graduation. The average is $26,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's because they do a huge benefit of in-state tuition.
Yeah, they're pretty good about that.
Yeah.
They're pretty good about that.
That's not too bad.
Still.
That's for that. I'm saying for primary schooling.
Yeah, I know.
Oh gosh.
I know. But again,
education must have gone down. Like the overall grading for education must have gone down.
Well, they have been lowering the bar. I don't.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
There's so many things that I know I'm not the only person that wonders about this stuff.
Yeah.
Like we all can look at it and go, if the school is getting all this money through elections, through, like, again, in our case, through the lotteries, through reform bills at every election and all this stuff, why is it that teachers are having to pay for all this money out of pocket to help students and stuff in there? Why is it that the parents are having to spend money on all of this stuff? Why is this stuff still going on? And everybody questions it, but they never decide to take the next step and go, well, how do we make it stop? And I'm just I'm frustrated. I'm burnt. I am
upset.
It's just, I feel like I'm yelling into a cup at this point. I don't know.
B from the SUV. NC getting better or the rest of the country getting worse? Never mind. Don't answer.
Does it matter?
A little of both.
I mean, unless you're planning on moving up here to here, that's the only way you would worry about that question.
Right. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine.
You know what I don't worry about is American Pride Roasters coffee.
I've never worried about it.
I don't. I worry when it's going to get here.
Oh, that's the one worry.
Yeah, I got to order some this weekend.
I do too, but I do have reserve of the Calvin Coolidge. Because,
a couple bags left. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Get your order in today. Historically great coffee, guaranteed to make you swallow every single time you put it in your mouth. Go to our website, doaeshow.com. That's doaeshow.com. Become a Defender with us. Check out the archives. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There's a shop and all that cool stuff over there. Just cruise around. doaeshow.com. Go to mojo50.com. Those guys are nice enough to keep us around. They have other awesome hosts and shows there. Check them out. mojo50.com.
That's the Mojo50.
Mojo50.com. Find them on iHeartRadio under the Mojo50 banner. Don't forget, we're going to be out there Saturday at Tar River Arms. Thanksgiving Day, or Thanksgiving Day.
Independence Day.
I'm done. It's done. It's over.
Done. We're over.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Cue the music.
Yeah.